What's going on, Scruffy family? I'm about to show you how President Biden has $80 million for Taiwan. But once again, you can't have health care. You can't be taken care of. You work all your life, but your Social Security gets cut. Let's get into this one.
And China could escalate once again.
Right, now we've seen this a couple of times this year itself. This after US President Joe Biden's administration, it approved a military aid transfer to Taiwan under the foreign military financing or...
Now, this foreign military financing is very interesting. And the reason why I say it's interesting is because under this, it seems like he can approve millions of dollars for every country except yours. He did the same thing with Ukraine. They keep getting money under this certain authorization.
The FMF program, what's important to note here is that this program, it's normally used for sovereign states.
And the State Department informed the Congress that $80 million is being set aside for Taiwan.
Hold on. 80 million for Taiwan. We just gave 100 million or 100 billion, whatever it was, to Ukraine. Wasn't there another $42 billion payment to Ukraine? But how much did Hawaii get? How much is Florida getting? It's like pulling teeth to take care of your own people. How much does the people, the people in Palestine, and I'm not talking overseas, I'm talking where they had the derailment of the trains that spewed all that toxic chemical and all that stuff in the United States. How much are they getting? They're getting told to shut up and go back home and live with it. But what's going on here?
Right, the State Department notification said that the package is to strengthen Taiwan's self-defense capabilities, especially at sea.
Hold on. We're going to strengthen Taiwan's self-defense, but we can't defend the homeless here. We stop people from feeding the homeless here. We're worried about Taiwan's defense when Hawaii is defenseless, basically. We're worried about Taiwan when Florida just had a hurricane. Why are we so worried about Taiwan?
US officials maintain that this did not represent a change in policy, and they said that the FMF program, it simply enables eligible partner nations to purchase US defense articles.
Here's the thing. Here's the catch here. There is a one China policy. That means we recognize that Taiwan belongs to China. That's the one China policy. But we're arming Taiwan at the expense of taxpayers here. We're arming Taiwan. So your taxes are not going to help your fellow citizens. They're going to start a civil war. We're aiding Taiwan, who belongs to China, to fight China. So when do we get our asses out?
The language used here implies that Taiwan is or could be compared to a nation here. However, this is sure to anger China. Beijing has always protested any kind of US arms sale to Taiwan.
China also blocks Taiwan's full membership in any UN and other international organizations unless it is identified as part of China.
Now, what are we doing? Why are we forcing this Taiwan-China issue when we already have Ukraine on the books? Aren't you tired of fighting? But we're already gearing up for the next war. War costs money. But the homeless people, don't worry about them. Your city's falling apart, Don't worry about that.
Now, for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Listen in.
While this aid package is significantly less than, say, the $345 million aid package that was approved by the United States just last month, at $80 million.
Wait, hold on. Heard what you said? This is less than the $345 million that was approved last month. What could the United States do with $345 million? Well, let's see. Well, $345 million could take a lot of homeless people off the street. $345 million could feed a lot of moms and fathers and help them out with their kids. $345 million could take a couple of us, not everybody, but give them a better lifestyle. And it's funny because at $345 million, who gave them the $345? You did. You gave it to them, but they said, we're not helping you. In fact, if you need help, we are going to make you fight hard for it. And we probably are not going to give it to you anyway.
This aid package has its own implications, considering the fact that it's using the so-called foreign military financing program. It will likely get a very strong reaction from China. The United States was quick to say.
Do you see this? So now we are going to keep poking. How many fights do we have to have? How many fights do we have to have? Can we stop fighting everybody? And how about we fight homelessness?